Hello, welcome to The Update. I'm Emma Stig. International travel will return for Australians by Christmas at the latest. That's the promise from Federal Tourism Minister Dan Tehan, who says it's another reason why everyone should get vaccinated. Australia is currently negotiating travel bubbles with several countries. World leaders are gathering virtually for a global summit to talk about the COVID pandemic. Australia has announced it will donate another 20 million doses to developing nations. The US has doubled its vaccination pledge and will now give 1 billion doses to those in need. Meantime, Prime Minister Scott Morrison has praised US Defence Forces during a visit to the Pentagon. He discussed the new submarine deal and acknowledged America's help in getting Australians out of Afghanistan last month.
There is no way Australia would have been able to airlift 4,100 people out of that terrible site were it not for the sacrifice of the US Defence Forces. And I want to particularly honour those who lost their lives.
There are concerns Melbourne could face a fourth day of violent anti-vax demonstrations. Police had to use force to remove protesters after a standoff at the Shrine of Remembrance yesterday, with more than 200 people arrested. Melbourne Lord Mayor Sally Capp says it's been a tough 3 days.
It is frustrating for our small business owners. They don't just feel like the rioters are trampling through the streets. They feel like the rioters are trampling on their opportunity to make a buck.
And new data shows houses in school catchment zones are attracting added premiums for their location. Melbourne and Sydney have seen the greatest school zone house price growth. In sport, Melbourne and the Western Bulldogs will name their teams tonight for Saturday's AFL Grand Final. It comes ahead of a final training run for both sides tomorrow. And the laws of cricket have been changed to include gender-neutral terms. The MCC in London has announced batter will replace batsman immediately. In entertainment news, Kylie Jenner has released a new baby line, which she says has been tested and approved by her 3-year-old daughter, Stormy. Kylie Baby is a line of skin and hair care products for newborns and young kids. Britney Spears has formally called for an end to her conservatorship, the singer filing the court documents to end the 13-year agreement. And Eva Longoria has been announced as this year's McHappy Day ambassador. The Hollywood actress follows in the footsteps of Eva Mendes, Katie Holmes and Naomi Watts to front the annual fundraiser for Ronald McDonald House Charities, which will take place on November 13. That's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team, but we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.